Coffs Harbour turned out on a sunny but humid day for the 5th Saltwater Freshwater Festival on January 26. More than 15,000 people made their way to the Coffs Harbour Botanic Gardens to experience the music, art and culture of the Gumbaynggirr, Biripi, Dunghutti and Worimi nations. The festival opened with a welcome to country by Gumbaynggirr elders Uncle Mark Flanders and Auntie B. Biripi, dancing by Wajah Nalu, and a smoking ceremony by Uncle Michael Jarrett and David Carriage.
As you walk through the smoke, you might have heard me saying, Bigar Yalga Yari Jumbo, Daroi Mani Yari Jumbo. Bigar is evil, Bigar Yalga Yari Jumbo, evil be gone through the smoke. Daroi is good, Daroi Mani Yari Jumbo, goodness come back through the smoke.
Saltwater Freshwater is a celebration of Aboriginal culture, creating a positive and modern vision for the country and allows people to showcase culture through performance.
Bigger and bigger, the events got greater, the musicians and the cultural things got a lot more quality than what it was. It has grown and grown and grown over the last 5 or 6 years.
I go around doing camps with the men and boys, and we do camps about culture, and I try to keep that alive, because if we don't keep that alive, it's the most important thing for Aboriginal communities now, to keep that culture alive, because if they let it go, their language and culture, then we'll end up with a dinosaur dynasty, you know, we'll be extinct, we'll become extinct, and we can't afford to let that happen. Yeah, and that's why it's so important today for all these young people to understand that and enjoy it.
The highlight for many was on the main stage, where renowned singer and songwriter Archie Roach headlined a strong lineup of artists, including Radical Sun, Emma Donovan and the Putbacks, Briggs and Digital. Away from the main stage in the yarn tent, festival goers relived the Freedom Ride of 1965. Auntie Ann Edwards and Uncle Larry Kelly shared their memories of discrimination and poor living conditions in Barraville when Charlie Perkins and his fellow Sydney University students brought national attention to the segregation and racism in the town. Gumbaynggirr elder Auntie Ann Edwards, a member of the Stolen Generations, recalled her first meeting with Charlie Perkins in Sydney, which led to the Freedom Riders including Barraville on their list of towns to visit in 1965.
Of course, Charlie done his own work on all these racism towns, and he'd found out about me and my sister being taken away from Barraville and placed at St Anthony's there at Croydon. So he turns up there one Sunday morning, she and I were coming out of Mass, and he walks up to us and introduces himself, and he says, "Can we sit down and have a chat, girls?" And so we said, yeah. And he started telling us, you know, he told us who he was and introduced us to his friend, and then he just asked us, tell me about the town where you come, your hometown, you know, what's it like living with black and white, you know, what's it like amongst you? So we sat and we told him what it was like, and when we'd finished talking, he said, right, Barraville's on my list, you know, and we said, what, on your list for what? And then he explained about the Freedom Ride. Yep, so I made sure that I went home for that. Yeah. Charles didn't make it happen overnight. It took a long time. It took a lot of elders in the community, you know, to be strong and to work towards that, building those bridges as they call it today. But it was to build that bridge to make better relations between the black and the white people, because when you look at it, it's the people my age, you know, that go back to them, who had all this discrimination against each other. But over those years it slowly changed, and I thank God for it, because it's a better place to live now.
50 years later, gatherings like Saltwater Freshwater play a vital role in bringing local communities together.
I think it's really great that, you know, 10 land councils have come together to produce this massive big day on a day, you know, named as Australia Day, when most Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people, you know, see it as Invasion Day. But what we can all celebrate, I guess, is Survival Day, being the most, you know, positive that we can sort of bring out of that. So we're still here, we're surviving, and the best way to do it one big corroboree, I guess, and this is kind of like it.